So I heard a quote from Alex Hormozy, and he says, it's not your fault, but it is your problem. I love that, because when you think about it, we as human beings, we want the path of least resistance. So we look for any excuse not to try something. When I have clients in the chair and they're saying, oh, I would want to get into this, but the market's saturated. I do want to do this, but I didn't have a father. I do want to do that, but my ex screwed me over. And there's so many excuses, and it's like, you know what, this really sucks for you, but life does actually suck. Do you really want to be remembered when you die as that person had a good excuse and that's why they didn't achieve anything? Or how about something a little bit better, like this guy absolutely smashed it. Look at Cristiano Ronaldo. He always inspires me because he grew up in Madeira, poor. His mother had to sacrifice just to buy him a pair of trainers. He cried for months every single night when he went to Sporting Lisbon, a different city. An emotional kid had to leave his family to pursue football, and he had to make that sacrifice. He didn't have the excuse of, oh, well, my parents didn't move me to Sporting, I didn't go to the club that I wanted to go to because my parents couldn't do it. That other kid had better trainers than me when we was playing football, so I wasn't as good. He just worked hard. Sometimes what we're not aware of is that we're compromising what we want to do to save our ego, and we get the validation by someone else saying to us, well, you had it tough. Oh, you don't know what I've been through. And it's like, okay, so now I get validation because I don't have to try because I've got an excuse, and my friend over here is giving me that validation saying, yeah, you've had it tough. Drop that friend or distance yourself. You need to be around people that are go-getters. If you want to get to the next level, you have to work hard. You have to be around people that are achieving what you want to achieve. And if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Get a new room. You have to be the dumbest person in the room so you can learn, you can grow. And remember, birds of a feather flock together. So if you are uneducated, you don't have any money, but you hang out with 5 billionaires, you're going to be the 6th billionaire. That is statistically true. So find another room, drop the excuses, and understand life is shit for everyone. I could work really hard now. As I do, I've got to do content creation, I've got to do marketing, I've got to execute people's faces in the most brilliant way. I've got to deal with this shit when they try and rip you off. There's so much. I've got staff that have their issues and I've got to manage them. I've got to get new staff in. But if I was working at McDonald's, I'd have a belligerent supervisor that's on a power trip. I'd have to flip burgers, and that would be hard in itself. All the heat is going in my face. So life is always shit, right? It just depends on what kind of shit you want to take. So don't give up, keep going, and understand that if your tombstone reads, he wasn't successful, but he had a good excuse, that's a crap place to be. Let's change that to the odds were against him and he smashed it.